What up, y'all? Conscious One, come back at you. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. Okay, guys, I'm going to attempt to explain myself with this robot situation. I don't know how long this video going to be, but I just want to get right into it. So, a few days ago, you guys remember I had did this video where I was talking about, it was this Asian woman that works at this Whole Foods that I assume, I guess I can use the word assume, that I assume is not human. It's got to be a robot. And I was telling you guys how I was casually making conversation with this, whatever this thing is, and it wasn't computing. Like nothing I was saying was computing. Now keep in mind, guys, I always bring up the fact that, you know, I serve 350,000 patrons in an international airport. I've been around the world. I've talked to people from around the world. I think I will qualify as somebody that knows a thing or two about people and their behaviors. You know, I think I know a little something about that. You see what I'm saying? So I was telling you guys how, you know, it didn't compute, and then I will go on to the next phrase. That didn't compute. And then finally, I was like, yeah, you look too good to work in Whole Foods, and that didn't compute. Nothing I said computed. And I just ran into this thing. This thing can't be human. Let's get to the basics, guys. I kind of get away from that situation for a second. And let's just talk about, well, let's bring up the situation. I still haven't looked into the information that happened about the people being on airplanes and people screaming and stuff because they saying that the person, I guess, sitting next to them or whatever was a robot. And then I was telling you guys how the situation in China. I would assume that since China is taking over, I would have to assume that everything is starting in China. Everything is China. Okay, we talked about Grump, how his nanny's name's Gigi meaning 19, and how his Chinese nanny, Donald Grump's Chinese nanny, which I learned from Into the Stars, is teaching his children, one of his children, or both his children, whatever, Mandarin, because China is the one that's in control now. They even have their own police department in New York City. So what does that tell you? They're all over the world. And China, one of the reasons that they were able to conquer is because they don't bring too many women. Their whole motto is you only can have one or two women in the family, because if you have more than too many women, then you develop a weak nation. So China is all about strength and manpower, the way it's supposed to be. You know, you have too many women, things just get weak and watered down. That's what happens when you have too many women. So we have to assume that all this stuff, everything is coming out of China, as far as the dehumanization process, the technology, you know, the scamdemics, everything that's coming that's on the horizon has to do with China. Okay. So once again, I want to do more investigation on these people that were screaming on airplanes talking about, because the thing is, what was that all about? What are they trying to condition our minds to believe? And then what about the NFL game? I heard there was an NFL game a couple of weeks ago. Some NFL game where they were showing like robots walking around the stadium or something, and people still trying to figure out whether those were robots or human beings. They can't tell. So obviously they're trying to condition us to accept this artificial reality that's already been here. It's been here. Whatever they give us, whether it's a cell phone, any kind of technology they give us, they probably didn't already had it anywhere from 50 to 100 years already. They just introduced it to us. And it's interesting. All of us walking around with these phones, and I don't know nobody knows how to build a cell phone. So we can't take any of this stuff lightly and try to say, oh, somebody's crazy. Who are we to call anybody crazy when everything we pretty much use, you don't even know how to make it, especially the cell phone. The most important thing in everybody's life right now, you don't even know how to make it. Think about that. So if there are robots out here They not looking. They see. They try to make you think. They come out with these movies, iRobot. They try to give you this image of a robot looking robotic, but actually the robots look like real human beings. You could not tell if you came across one. You would assume that it's just like you, and it'd be a robot. That's why they came. I think about the Twilight Zone episode. I keep talking about the Twilight episode. Here's a show that came out in the 50s and 60s, and they showed you a robot woman that looked just like a human being. They was telling you in the 50s and 60s, if we gave you mothers a robot, you wouldn't even, they look human. If they told you that in the 50s and 60s on the Twilight Zone episode. Okay? And the Mandela effect, by the way, I remember his name being Sterling because my name is similar to his name, and I always remember how close his name was to mine, Rod Sterling. But now, Mandela effect, now his name is Rod Serling. There's no T there anymore. It was always Sterling. When I first started watching Twilight Zone, this guy's name was Rod Sterling, and I know for sure because I used to think about Sterling Silver, and I used to think about how much his name matched my name. I wouldn't have thought like that if his name was Sterling. There was no T. That wouldn't even have came up in my mind that his name was similar to mine. You get it? Boy, I tell y'all, man, it's something else. So if they showing you in the Twilight Zone in the 50s and 60s that yes, we had a capability to make a robot look like people, and you could not tell the difference. That guy couldn't even tell the difference. He knew it was a robot, and his emotions still fell into the trap with this bro. I'll leave a link again. So going back to this Whole Food situation, I just seen this thing again, y'all. And this time when she made, I'm just gonna call it a she. When she made eye contact with me, it already knew that she walked away and pretended to do something else. Even though I had on sunglasses and different clothing, this thing she identified me too quickly. Okay, so now I guess I'm the only black male that come in the store. I mean, guys, I got people that know me every day that got to take 2 looks at me when I walk into a door. This thing identified me like quick. And you say, well, how can it identify you? Well, think about the technology when we had to wear those masks, and they was busy because one of the reasons why we have to wear those masks was that they can look at your eyeballs and the surveillance could pick up who you are with facial recognition. That's what the wearing the mask was all about, to upgrade these facial recognition software. So you think that this robot, when it, remember, it's like Terminator. Remember Terminator? When they show you looking out his eyeball, everything is like all digitalized. So this being, of course, you can see me and pick me up and who I am just by scanning me. It's no different than a scan code in a oh man, guys. And I'm telling y'all, we know Whole Foods is moving into this whole new world order. I already told y'all you can't use cash. Well, at least this one I go to, you can't. It's cashless. So you already know right there, this Whole Foods I go to, they on a whole nother level. And then you think about the fact that, I think about the fact this individual I'm telling y'all about, looking, you too happy to be looking like you making 15. Look, when you run across the average American, they look poor. They either look sickly or poor. When you run across the average American, they look sickly or poor. Most of them, I would say 60-65% of Americans, when I run across a homegrown American, they look sickly or poor. I'm talking about like the ones like from the age of 40 on up. Sickly and poor, sickly and poor, sickly and poor. Malnutrition from all the GMO food and all the stuff they put in their body. Okay? So we know that these people working on these jobs, you looking too happy to be only making minimum wage. I don't care. You could say, well, maybe this Asian woman, maybe you just made her feel uncomfortable, and that's what. No. Guys, no, no, no. I'm telling you, I don't think this thing is human in this Whole Foods. And then. So when I was there cashing out, she went away as if the computer picked me up, scanned me, and knew to walk someplace else so I wouldn't ask more questions. You could say, well, She didn't want you to ask her more questions because this human being, you made her feel uncomfortable. Or, no, the robot didn't want me to keep asking his questions. The robot didn't want me to figure it out, not the human being. I've been all around this world. I know how to talk to people. I'm not this person that has this uh, air about him that I will make people feel uncomfortable. What about that Asian woman I told y'all about last night that screamed when I'm at the door, and I'm at the door delivering your food? What was that all about? Another Asian woman. What was that all about? How are these people affording? And then we look. I've been showing y'all. Look at the way they building these homes. They look like they for robots. They don't look like they for no goddamn human beings. They for robots. They got to be all close together so the technology can sync up. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness, man. I hope y'all following me. I know this stuff is crazy, but guys, you don't even know how to build just the most important thing you have in your life, your phone, which is your phone. You don't even know how to make it. You don't even know how to make 5% of that thing. So who is anybody to assume that somebody talking like this is crazy? You the one crazy. You might think I'm crazy. You the one crazy. You not asking no pivotal questions about your reality. Because I know this reality is nothing like what it appears to be. That's all they show us in the movies all the time. But anyway, just get off that. So as I'm scanning my stuff out, this thing goes around the other side as if I was making it uncomfortable. Remember, it's gaslighting me at this point. These robots, they got to gaslight you. They have to make you think that all your gestures and all your emotional triggers and everything like that is relatable to a human being. But see, when you're a character like me that's been all around the world and talked to so many different people, I'm more easily to suspect a robot than the majority of so-called Americans out here. If anybody can suspect a fucking robot, I will be somebody that can suspect something's off about this individual. Even if you ask my mother, she would always tell you, even when I was a little boy, I suspected things. Now that I have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and I done met all these different type of people, been around the world, you got to wake up very early in the morning for me not to be very circumspect of what's going on with my reality, because I know something's going on, diabolical. Remember, the most diabolical thing I learned from Bobby Emmett, the most diabolical thing is not something that you can see with your own eyes. The most diabolical thing that can be happening is something that you don't even see that's right in front of you. That's the most diabolical thing. So what was they really trying to do with these things that happened on the airplane with people saying this person wasn't human? Are they trying to condition us? Seems like they're trying to condition us to me. And I think most of these robots are Asian because it's coming from China. Why would? Of course it's going to be Asian. We're not trying to be racist here, but these robots, they probably won't be Asian, most of them. Hey, why not, right? They made them in China. They made the robots, right? So they probably gonna be Asian. Oh my goodness, y'all. So as I left the register payout section, and this robot went around the corner as if it was gaslighting me, saying, "You made me feel uncomfortable last time." Bullshit. I walk up to all kind of girls in my day, and I don't make them feel uncomfortable. All kinds. Oh, here go this angel dude. Here he is. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into that right now, y'all. That's the dude that was chilling behind me with the 555. But anyway, oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So go back to what I was saying. So I walk away from the register, and I walk out of the store. And as I'm about to walk out the store, I decide to take one look. And this robot, straight Asian, she hippity hops back into the section like, okay, he's gone, safe to go. What about that show Small Wonder? Y'all remember some of y'all who in your the late 30s, early 40s? Y'all remember that show Small Wonder? Here's another show that showed you a robot was looking like a regular human being. Guys, they've been telling us for damn near 50, 60, 70 years. Y'all think we not there yet? Was somebody look just like me and you and a robot? And I'm not saying it was this particular person, but somebody out here is a goddamn robot, goddamn it. Somebody is. That looks human. This is a slow kill. They need to kill most of us off by 2030. We're talking about real human beings, and they want to replace us with the AI. Y'all know that's the agenda. They only want so many real people around. That's why, when I talk about the stuff, I talk about women and having wives and women being obedient. Man, you gotta understand when I talk like that, man, we men in the Lord, we have your best interest at heart. When we talk like this, that the women need to be obedient and submissive to a man of the Lord. We're saying this for your best interest. You do not know what's going on. The woman, for the most part, the human woman just goes along to get along. The woman is always in a state of survival mode, even when she don't have children. Her whole mindset is have children, must survive. She's not cerebral. It's all emotional. But anyway, getting off the topic. So remember, I'm leaving the cash register section in this Whole Foods, and as soon as I walk around and get out of the area, I look and I see this robot come back into the area. She got a smile on her. What are you smiling about? She got a smirk on her face. Oh my God. And in a way, I looked as she walked around the corner, bro. Guys, her structure, something about her physical structure, the way she walked around back into that section, I said, that ain't no goddamn human being. I said, get the fuck out of here. That ain't no goddamn human being. It's something wrong. She has a smirk on her. What are you smirking about? What's this like? Okay, happy to back. Okay, must put smirk back. We're back into the section with the human beings. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God, God save us, man. Please, Lord save us quick. Lord save us quick, man. Look at all this stuff they spread in the goddamn sky. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, y'all. That thing in that Whole Foods, y'all, that ain't no goddamn human being. I'm telling you, if that's a human being, where do this person live? Why you seem so happy to be working for $15 and you're Asian? Your people on top of. If you're Chinese, you should be. What are you doing working at Whole Foods? Nobody's asking the questions. You know how much food costs now, rent, and you're an Asian person working in. Get the fuck out of here. And you just got enough sense to think I'm just some big bad black man who you feel uncomfortable with. Nah, man, I'm telling you, this thing is a robot. I got to get out of here, man. I'll talk to y'all later. The way she walked around that corner, the smirk on the face, the physical, I said, that's not no human being. There's no way. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to leave a Small Wonder and a Twilight Zone link. Peace.